All right, and we are live. The Last Word with Lord Cognito and Ebontis returns Friday morning right by the campfire once again. Ebontis, how are you doing, sir?
I am doing good. Burning the candle at both ends, trying to get as much Season of Dawn in as I can, but enjoying things so far. Game Awards last night, had to check out what I could. We'll talk about a little shout out to our community there in just a minute. But yeah, just kind of having a good, crazy week of playing all this new stuff. What about you?
Oh man, shout out to Gaming Forte in the building. Told you cut. Been playing a lot of Destiny, man. A lot of Destiny. I had this week off, so same thing, burning the candle. I mean, obviously you've been creating content, and I snuck in one of your streams when I could, so that was always fun. You know what I'm saying? But look, man, I'm having a lot of fun. We'll get into it. We'll get into the Game Awards. We have to talk about that. But for me, yeah, man, really enjoying what I've been playing so far, and looking forward to talking Destiny with my mans today. Campfire talk. Let's go.
Yeah, so in case you guys have been living under a rock or just like woke up today from a coma or something like that, Season of Dawn is out and it is in the universe. We got a chance to speak with Mr. Osiris. We've got a chance to do a couple other things. Quite a few surprises because Bungie was a little hush-hush about stuff. But even before we get to that, what happened last night, sir? What went on?
Woo! Yo, shout out. I give my boy Gaming Forte in the chat right now. I did a live stream. Shout out to the Addict and Boomstick Excel, Death Singer. We had on ILP. We did a live stream for the Game Awards. And the pre-show comes on E. And I'm like, okay, best community game. And I'm looking at the nominees. I'm like, okay, if there's any shot, this is the one. Because we know damn well it should have been music. But we're going to leave that alone. This is a positive day.
It's not a new release. I can't throw it in that one, it seems. So we're
going to leave that alone. So I'm sitting there. And to be honest with you, E, I'm so used to Destiny being snubbed for everything. I'm kind of like going through the motions. And I hear Destiny names get called, and Luke Smith and Mark Noseworthy come up on stage. Mind you, in the pre-show, no one's in the crowd. They should have given him a bigger audience, but that's besides the point. We're going to accept with grace. Bro, well deserved, man. I mean, look, at the end of the day, this is, I don't care what any, you can say because I'm a Destiny fan, this is the best community I've ever been a part of in gaming. No. Like I said, started a podcast with you, the list goes on with Charity, and for a game to be around as long as it has, I've never seen anything like this. I've never played. I've been gaming a long time. I'm old, y'all. I've been gaming a long time. I've never seen someone come back to a game like this over and over. And shout out to Paul, not Paul Tassi, it was Rick Cacus. He had a tweet, and it was like, like they had the little baby Yoda memes.
Yeah.
And it's like, my friend coming back to Destiny after quitting it 60 times.
Yeah.
That's Destiny, bro.
Oh, yeah. People keep coming back.
Yeah, so salute, man. I mean, it was a glorious moment. I still in awe that they won. Got to give it to you now. Like, how did you feel when you found the news? Destiny, best community game.
I was at work just trying to check here and there, doing some stuff. Then I finally got home. For one, my timing when I got home was great. I got home, turned on the Game Awards, and Ghost of Tsushima started. Mm-hmm. So they got that trailer to start, but then I looked back, and then I was like, wait a minute, I'm checking tweets and stuff. Mm-hmm. Every single half of my Twitter feed is Destiny 2 stuff, and he was just like, congrats, this is awesome, you guys are amazing, thank you. I was like, what the hell? I was like, woo! That was very, very cool. So seeing them get that, and it has been a journey. I mean, I've also, hats off to Final Fantasy 14. I've also heard from multiple people that the journey that thing's been through, the state of the game it's in right now, people love that thing more than it's in probably just about as good of a place as it's ever been as well. So the support they've had behind that one, but I don't think, I mean, you've got people like Deej and you've got Cosmo and Dylan, you've got 3 community managers over there. I cannot remember his name, Scott, he's the one, and then on the Bungie Twitter feed, just the whole community interaction with that studio and all the content creators and the stuff you see going back and forth, and just the support, the listening. They've tried. It's not an instant fix process. It never will be. But overall, hats off to everyone from Luke Smith, Mark Noseworthy, everybody we've met. Nyan Hydra's throwing the art stuff out there that we get to see sometimes. You get to see the concepts and the detailed 4K renders and No, they do so much for their community, and I mean, you'll see points where it's like, hey, YouTube videos are getting copyright claimed right now, and you'll see DJs like, hey, I'm working with YouTube trying to get this stuff fixed. Like, the effort they put behind their community, there's never going to be a copyright strike because they know their community is half of their game. I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be what it is without it. And I was just like, this is amazing. That was so cool.
So cool, man. And again, the other thing that I think that separates them is I call it like you can touch them. Like we go to these events and you meet with them and you have conversations with them. The accessibility, you know what I'm saying? I feel is something that separates them, regardless of, when the game goes through highs and lows, we've heard the classic We're Listening, but the application to it, the transparency to it, this is the only game, I don't know of any other games that we look forward to. I mean, we do a damn podcast off of these, weekly updates from a studio. You know what I'm saying? Like that to me really speaks volumes. It's good to see. And like I said, look at your chat, look at my chat, so many friends and people I've met because of Destiny. And to see, it's only right. If it's not going to win soundtrack, to me, low key, this is the better award.
No.
Because, community is really what this game is about. There's no community, there's no Destiny. So salute.
Yeah, that was awesome. And then, as I said, I got home about mid-game awards, probably actually two-thirds through. And then watching it, seeing a couple of awards go. There was the Fast and Furious action that happened. We'll just blow past that. I was like, it was cool to see him on stage. Vin Diesel apparently will never age either. He'll be 55 looking the same way. But then it came to Game of the Year, and that one got me in a special place because there's a lot of stuff up there. You got Control. People, not everybody, but I think a lot of people really enjoyed that game. Death Stranding, divisive, but friends who really enjoyed it. Some people hated it. It was all over the place. There were some heavy hitters, it felt like, out there. And then when it came to the winner, I was just floored. You could have knocked me clean off of my feet when they were like, and Sekiro, and I was like, what? I was like, yeah, buddy. Because, I mean, as we both talked, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order is in this weird limbo of time, releasing on the day. They got to play before, but it's not nominated, so it's it was an awesome game. And it has that kind of combat feel to it. But to see Sekiro, a From Software game, and all I can remember most earlier in the year is me having a blast in this game, but so many people throwing a fit over difficulty and all these other things. It's too hard. There should be other modes. And Star Wars actually learned from that, which is cool. They had a cool way to do it. But I was when I played through that thing, it was the moment of becoming the samurai and unlearning Dark Souls to learn the parrying system was when it clicked, I was like, oh, dude, this is freaking awesome. And then it's ching, ching, and it's just the cool stuff that you got to do in that one. And I was just, when that one got Game of the Awards, I was for me, I was everything on the list that I played, I was I had a ball. That thing was so much fun, but it was I never saw it winning. So
it had to win. To me, it was the consensus. And as far I call Sekiro.
I'm surprised they did not hear anything I listened to talk about that consensus. So
to me, it was the consensus. It was what I call the people's champ. That was the game I saw. You know what I'm saying? When I would turn on and all my friends, I see you, I see Addict, all my friends in streams. Yo, I'm stuck here. This boss right here. Oh, man. And those type of games was galvanizing. You know what I'm saying? And no disrespect to the other games, but it's just what it was. Sekiro had the community all to itself, and it was just amazing to see when it launched. So to see them get it, and again, no disrespect to the other games, but I didn't see the consensus galvanized around the game the way I saw Sekiro was, because Death Stranding kind of divisive, right? Some people love it, masterpiece. Some people UPS, FedEx Simulator. Control, I had a lot of technical issues. From my understanding, again, divisive. Some people felt the story was great, amazing. Some people felt the story was outside. You had to find little tidbits outside of the game to get it. We all know how we feel about Jedi Fallen Order. Smash was technically an older game. So the competition then came down to Sekiro, Resident Evil, and I believe it was the Devil May Cry was the third one, or was Game of the Year. So Resident Evil, I knew it might be tough because it was a remake. It was something that already existed.
It's I've heard it's great, but it is not the first time that game's come out. So that's why it's kind of weird.
So I'm always gonna go with new IP versus that. So in my mind, it was always Sekiro. But
it works for me. I'm not arguing. I was just 100% surprised. Never. You could have paid me like, all right, you got $1,000. You have to bet on something. I don't think I would have put one of any of those dollars on Sekiro, but yeah, that's crazy. So it was awesome.
Yeah,
There's a
man.
big smile on my face to go to
Salute
bed.
the From, man. That was a good one.
Yeah. So Game Awards happened last night. Very cool surprise. Shout out again to the Bungie community. If you go to Guardian Con, shake their hand, and
Shank 'em.
Shank them, yeah.
Shake
their hand and thank them all for being amazing. Yeah.
No doubt.
But also, like, the community leaders and people in this community still trying to, like, mostly generally be positive and everybody with their different points of view. And there's trolls everywhere. And there's so many people in the community, whether it's YouTubers, streamers, and things like that, podcasters, that are just, like, all very, very cool. It's just this community has grown to be something pretty special.
Yeah, man. Can't beat it, bro. Can't beat it.
So, yeah, that was Thursday night. But what happened Tuesday? Anything? I don't know.
Yeah,
I can check my calendar.
There's something launch. I heard something launched.
I think they hit a go button. A green button happened. They opened a floodgate. Now, we got Season of Dawn on Tuesday. We knew it was coming. It was quite there were some surprises, some hidden little gems in this release that I've noticed. More than expected. You guys can see the background if you're watching this on video. If you're watching it on audio, just go check the thumbnail. You'll probably see it. But overall feeling from it so far, it's a $10 season pass. If you got the deluxe, it's less than that. What do you think, just even for bang for buck, how you feeling about this one compared to Opulence? You got Season of the Drifter, you've got Black Armory. Where are you placing this one in seasons?
It's early. Let me caveat it. It's early. I'm in the honeymoon phase. Right now. I do like it. I do. I was worried that the power chase would actually have a negative effect on me, because that's prior to this is all I knew when an expansion or anything came out. So to jump in and to start playing, and Sundial and Obelisks and stuff like that, and more importantly, meta change. For me, the meta change is really, really have an effect on me. Right now, Top Tree Dawnblade is something special. I'm having so much fun. Crazy builds right now. Claws of Amakara, double melee in Crucible. I know, shout out to Teddy, who was in the chat. We were talking about that in Discord and stuff. In what you call it, in PvE, I've been rocking out with Sunbracer's got this crazy build where I'm staying in the air and I'm just
throwing grenades,
and
raining
heat
fire
rises.
down.
Yeah, raining fire, heat. It's just a different play style. And then and then as far as the story, again, I'll just go through briefly. I got to a certain mission, and that was the price of admission. That one mission.
Yeah.
It's a part 1 to a mission.
I know. It's part 1, which is cool.
Woo! See, this is what I need. If they're going to not give raid, right, which we expected, which is fair, right? We can't do a raid right now. We can't do a dungeon right now. Expected fair resources. I get it. COG is understanding. However, if you're not going to do that, tell great stories, right? Have that narrative cohesion, have that stuff. And I felt, with the Osiris stuff, and then we're doing stuff for him, okay, cool. But missions like that part 1 to saving a legend is what I need to see. Because they didn't even have to think about it. It really wasn't no cinematics. That was all in-game, right?
Yep.
That's what they got to do, man. If they do that, the Destiny community will be good. There will be no issues, man. So that's where I'm at with it. Early honeymoon phase. We got to see how this thing continues. You know what I'm saying? We got part 2 next week. But for right now, between the meta, the builds, I'm having a good time, man. It feels like a lot to do with the obelisks and running around and stuff like that. But I'm going to give it to you. E, where are you? I see the smirk. I want to see where you're at, though. I want to know where you're at.
I mean, I'm pretty positive on it, too. I played, because I wanted to before we talked about it today, I played the story piece last night, part 1, so I got a chance to jump into the corridors of time. It's literally what's sitting on the background, as I was saying, because you walk through and you stop and you're just like, oh, this place looks so cool. We saw the brief snippets in the trailer of like, where's this shattered? Where are we? And then like you get to walk through it. You get a couple different places with that kind of central location with kind of the future dead trees. They're looking all funky but awesome. And then you go through, and as you're saying, that final section of that mission.
The music, bro.
Dude.
The music, bro.
Oh, dude, the music the whole time was just sick. Like, you're going through, and you're just watching this. You're watching, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's just what looks to be it's kind of a tough spot. And then, like, the fight itself.
Bro.
Man, yeah, that alone, as you're saying, is really cool. But then you've got Sundial. So you got Vex Offensive taken, not quite to Menagerie, but close.
Let's talk about
We're getting
Let's
there.
talk about Sundial. Let's talk about Sundial.
But yeah, it's like Sundial, so I will say I like that there will be rotating bosses. So you got 3 weeks, you got like a month break, and then we have the fourth one, which looks to be kind of in this corridor section, so maybe we're doing some funky stuff in there. Overall, I saw somebody tweet out and was just like, thank you for putting another activity in the game to prove that we do not need matchmaking and raids. Because people cannot figure some of this crap out.
No, they gotta chill. They gotta relax.
Dude, if you are on, I'm trying to remember. The one where people have to stand on a point. Oh, you're screwed. I did not have success on that one. Like the other two people seem to get like, kill the big guys, throw the balls, bring down the wrath of the sun on top of his head, cook him, cool, do it again. Then you've got the one where you go to the past. You've got the Minotaurs. You got to dunk that stuff, kill the Cabal boss. They're reasonable rotations, but that third one, the only couple times I haven't seen it that many times, but the couple times I've seen it, people are struggle busting it right now. It's a little rough in there.
It's a little rough, man. Yeah, I got a fun experience too. I mean, I went in there and I was enjoying it, man. I really was enjoying it. The mechanics. First of all, I want to shout out two things. One, I'm really digging the artifact. I'm really starting only from the simple fact that from a barrier and unstoppable and overload standpoint, because I love that now I gotta dust off these scout rifles, right? I gotta dust off these bolsters. You know what I'm saying? And now,
my go figures coming back into my.
Oh, you about to?
Oh yeah, I'm just ready to go. I'm good. I'm
bro. I got a mean roll. I was telling you about it. A night watch. I got a night watch in kinetic. I put unstoppable on that joint. It's got rapid hit and multi-kill clip, and I cannot get enough of this scout. Not only is it killing in PvP, it's killing in PvE. You know what I'm saying? Then the Lord got to get the Lord of Wolves, baby. Them catalysts is dropping right now, so I'm having a ball, man. I got my Lord of Wolves catalyst. I got the Talon catalyst. You know what I'm saying? So I've been rocking with that. In the heavy, because of the 20% boost, I believe that Linear Fusion's got. I brought out the Crooked Fang, been doing a lot of work with that, got my mods specking out and stuff. So I've just been having a ball. Just again, it felt good to not have to be married all the time to Izanagi and Recluse. But shout out to Recluse. Recluse is still good, y'all. Recluse is still good. It ain't.
You just have to aim a little bit more, but it's still going to have the general benefits. It's just not going to be, I can shoot you in the toe and it's going to be the same thing. You got to be a little more direct with your aiming, and PC is probably a little easier on that than console. It always will be. But, yeah, it's like Recluse still isn't that bad.
Yeah, man. Recluse is still beasting out here. PvP. Shout out to PvP having a couple of extra powerful rewards. No pinnacles yet. But we got an extra roll now. I think there's like a rotator one, and then it's a one.
Core
so at
match?
least you got core
Those have
match
been
or
there.
whatever. But it felt, I don't know, it felt like we had both sets. Maybe I haven't played PvP in so long.
Yes.
It's been new to me.
You had core and you had rotator all of last season, I'll tell you that.
Wow. Okay, so shout out to the same thing coming back that I didn't realize because I stopped playing. But other than that, nah, man, I really, really been enjoying it so far. Again, honeymoon phase, but it has really been cool to try out different things. What are some of give me some of the loadouts you rocking with? What you rocking with?
First time I went through the Sundial, I got a couple of the new auto rifle, like Steel Feather. I can't remember the second word. It's a fun one to use.
720 kinetic. Ooh.
Yeah, I didn't get the God roll that I've seen running around of like Feeding Frenzy multi-kill clip, but I got an Ambitious Assassin multi-kill clip, and if I get a couple kills with it, then you reload, you got more in the magazine. I'll have like 69 bullets in the magazine, so I sit there and just hold the trigger, and then I'm mowing stuff down. As soon as I get 3 kills, multi-kill clip, then I can do it again. And it's just like, I've got enough bullets to get going. And I know it's like, it's not the optimal, because it hits hard enough where Feeding Frenzy would probably be fine to get multi-kill clip more frequently. But it's still just cool. It actually felt decent. I was like going through killing some nightmares in the Altar of Sorrow. And I was just like, yeah, that's a perfect place for that auto rifle, because I was just sitting there just mowing, just like waiting for him to come over hill, and it was just like, just like constantly throwing bullets out there. So that one's pretty cool. I just got buzzard yesterday, but I haven't tried it yet. That's the new sidearm.
Yo, can I shout out some useless exotics though?
What?
Can we get to it? Can we get to the elephant in the room right now? Yo, I don't know if you got the Titan one, but I got the Warlock one. Now, the boots look phenomenal. I still can't figure out where to use this thing. It's like Dawnblade. When you're in Dawnblade, you get kills. It's called like Prometheus something. In Dawnblade, you get kills, and it leaves rifts on the floor for where they got killed at that are like empowering and healing. And now I just got it, and I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand the practical functionality. Like, where can I use this?
What type of kill do you have to get those to drop?
A Dawnblade kill. So it's only when you're super.
Only in super?
Yeah.
Huh.
It's like
weird.
It's weird. You know what I'm saying? That I heard about your Titan one. That did you get that one yet?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, did you use it?
It is fine. I can't say it's amazing. So while Daybreak is active, defeating combatants or guardians creates a healing and empowering rift at their location. I mean, I guess you're helping your team more than anything on that one. It's almost like you're playing a little bit of like airborne support. Like if you're up there raining down fire, you're going to make... can you make multiple rifts in places?
Yeah, you make multiple rifts and they last about 15 seconds. But I'm just like, why would I choose this over... You know what I'm saying? Like, what... I don't get what the thought process was that exotic. And to be honest, that's, again, let's talk a little negative now. I'm just disappointed with the armor, the exotic armors. I have no problem with the guns. Shout out to Symmetry. I like Symmetry, look kind of cool.
I haven't even touched that one yet. I hear it's really good, though.
Symmetry's kind of cool, you know what I'm saying? I'm liking the Catalyst, but the outside of the Hunter one, because the Hunter one I think is when they dodge.
Yeah, they dodge and they leave a little like waiting explosion, which I've seen some people have some fun with. Cool guy did like a full video on that one, and that one actually seems cool because especially like dodgy boys in PvP, it's like, oh, I got him, oh, I dodged, damn,
boom,
like
I like
that one can be just that'll be a royal pain in the butt. I forget what game was it, where you'd kill somebody and they drop a grenade on their body. Is that like an old Call of Duty perk?
Yeah, that's old COD. Yeah, that was an old COD perk.
Yeah. Pissed me off every time, and this just reminds me of that.
Yes, that's an old COD joint. Yes, you did Modern Warfare, baby. I remember that.
Yeah, I was like, dead. And you're ding ding, huh? Oh, damn it.
Bro.
So many times. Oh my god. But I was like, I mean, you got to have the dodge up. You use the dodge, you leave a little explosion. But yeah, you're already disoriented of where they are. And then on top of that, the fact that they get an explosion, that's a little bonus grenade. And then they've got throwing knife, man. I played, I saw a cool guy throw, and I was helping him test something real quick. And then I played a match or two with him. And he's like, hey, I keep trying to get the cross map throwing knife in the beginning, and then on Twitter he just literally starts, and it was on, I can never remember the damn name of the map, and he just starts, throws it over like the box, and just goes, and just see completely blind kill first thing.
Stop it.
Oh yeah, completely blind kill just straight over the ledge. It was really cool. I was like, single shot.
Single shot. I've been seeing them. Shout out to the Burning Malls. Shout out to Loco with the fofo in the chat. He said, "Yo, Arbalest is running wild in the Crucible right now, y'all."
I know everybody.
I didn't know if you knew. Yeah, Arbalest, but it's like one shotting.
That's what it does.
But it's like, I don't remember. Maybe because everybody's trying to get the ritual weapon.
Yes, that's exactly why everybody's.
What is going on?
Yeah, that's exactly why. So this is Bungie steering the meta to say, hey, what was when Revoker came out? Did you see a lot more snipers? Of course you did. What was the previous one? Scout. Got a lot of range in scout rifles. And then now, linear fusion. So you've got the linear fusion. It's for the Komodo. and it's going to be a heavy, but the only, like, you're not going to get heavy that often. So what's your linear fusion option? Your kinetic linear fusion rifle, Arbalist, and everybody's going to use it. Yeah. It's not the best at long range, but it will one-tap you. Like, it's...
Yo, I gotta put y'all on game right now. This last word is secret. Don't tell nobody.
Oh, yeah?
All right. Did y'all get that obelisk weapon called, it's a grenade launcher in energy called Martyr's Retribution?
Yes.
Have you used it?
Yeah, it's a thermite grenade.
Bro, it's like carpet fire.
That's the Titan grenade, just in that thing form.
Bro, wait, now let me ask you this, because you're the grenade guy. You're the one that did Mountaintop legit the old way, right? Let me, isn't this a new,
Yes,
I'm looking
new.
at it right.
Yeah,
Wave frame grenade launcher.
Yeah, it's brand new. Yeah, that's brand new.
So I'm messing around. You know what's funny? I was going to shard it. So I'm like, all right, because it looked cool. I'm like, it got the Saint-14 logo. Yeah, I'm like, shard it, whatever. Let me tell y'all, Top Tree Dawnblade, y'all, if y'all got Mountaintop, or y'all got this to me is even low-key better than Mountaintop, because you could just shoot it at their feet, and if there's enemies there, that carpet wave goes forward, so you can get multi-kills. Bro, I'm telling y'all right now, Martyr's Retribution, these new grenade launchers are serious. Get that, man, if you can. Try to get some good rolls on it. My roll is okay, but I've been having a ball with this thing, man. Yeah, these new grenade launchers, man, these breach joints is fire. That wave frame, I'm all about it, bro. Make sure you get that.
That's what I'm talking about, the surprises. We've got new perks on weapons that we're seeing. We've got year one weapons getting rehashed back. Saw Hawthorns come out there. I saw some people with a 1-2 punch Hawthorns, and I'm like, all right. You got a new grenade launcher style. I can only imagine if they got goofy. Like fire, I can see the wave of fire. Have a little fun with Arc and Void. I don't know what they would do with them, but that'd be kind of crazy.
Hold on 1 second. Forte says, I don't know. But look, Mountaintop is still beast. I'm telling you, try this grenade launcher with that carpet fire. You know what it reminds me of? Remember that old D1 exotic, what is it, Dragon's Breath? How it used to leave like a napalm? Just picture a napalm going forward from impact spot that it landed. The damage you can do is crazy. He said he haven't gotten it one. Get it from the obelisk. I believe it was Mars. Mars obelisk. Work on that bounty. It's called Martyr's Retribution. This is the most fun I have had with a grenade launcher. It is. I'm having a blast with it, man.
I was like, it's just a thermite grenade, so it's not real surprising to me.
Look, you're a Titan. You about that life.
Yeah,
this
I
is
know
new for me.
Yeah. This tells you how much you played Titan if this is this much fun.
Clearly. But it's a grenade launcher. What grenade launcher does this?
I do like. I will say, like, messing with a weapon archetype, very cool. Just not like a giant surprise to me because I throw that grenade all the time in PvE. So that one's not new to me. It's just coming from a different source.
Titan snob.
Oh, yeah. How's your 3 fireballs? Have you used it?
Love it.
I was like, how is it, by the way?
Actually, my God. Yo, I'm going to tell you right now, you getting mad with handheld Supernova, this is the joint to get mad at. It doesn't one-hit kill, but all I got to do is do light damage to you with a gun. And not only does it track down hallways, you can get multi-kills if people are weak enough. It is crazy. You run Claws of Amonkar with 2 of these and a strength build to keep getting melee. It is disgusting. I've been hovering in the air. They're using my little Twilight Garrison when they shoot at me to dip out the way like a hunter. I'm having so much aerial fun and controlling the map up top. Dawnblade is a problem. I'm telling you, on PvP, whew.
I was like, and then you've got the Hunter throwing knife. I was helping Cool Guy test that a little bit. It is
talk to me.
Like kind of nearly a frozen rope, but a frozen rope enough that it will track again back to your head from 40 meters.
What about the ricochet? Because I've heard ricochet.
I haven't tried that. I mean, we weren't trying that one. It just was like from 40 meters straight. He just aimed at my head, threw it, and still tagged me.
Wow.
And he would even try, like, I would watch it, and he's like a pitcher throwing a curveball. He'd be like over here and go shink.
And the aim assist.
It would hook back. It was
Shout out to the aim
hilarious
assist.
to watch. Yeah, aim assist, like when I'm watching a projectile travel, and then the aim assist is like shink. I'm like, Yep. So that was actually really cool to kind of like test with him and see because 40 meters near the head, pretty much gonna stick, just frozen rope straight. I mean, there's probably gonna be an arc later on, and I don't think you'll one hit outside of 40, because I think that was the key. Outside of 40, I don't know if it'll one or if it would track as hard, but yeah, dude, that was crazy.
Have you done any burning mole?
I really haven't that much. I've been focused on other stuff. I haven't jumped in there yet. So I know. I'm letting down the solar game here. I'll get there.
I got killed by a hammer in PvP, which never happened before. The one that he could pick up again.
Yeah.
That one, the throwing one. So I was like, all right, let's see.
It's like
I was very curious.
You can't single shot that one unless you get like the perks stacked up pretty high. But
okay.
You got to get like melee or like solar kill, and then if you get it stacked, it's powerful. But somebody's already put some work in to get there, so that one's not like just a single shot.
But yeah, man.
Yeah, so we got some surprises. So the subclass have been cool. I've seen people loving those, testing those things out. Perks. What have you seen on perks, man? We got some new ones. I know the one that I've seen that kind of is really cool is Osmosis. It's the one on on Buzzard. I think it's in other places too, but that's at least where I saw it first. And you've got the ability to have basically all 3 archetypes of damage.
Yeah.
So you throw a grenade, and whatever your subclass type is, that's what that gun is going to be until you put it away.
Yeah.
So if you're like, hey, I need to break a shield, but I missed with my dumb grenade this time, well, my sidearm's here and I'm ready, and I can take care of that. Like match game now, much more manageable. I know it's a sidearm, but like especially if you're running a team and you're like, oh, I got to depend on a grenade for this, that, or the other, then now finally you've got, hey, I got match game, it's covered. I was like, that's cool.
Yeah, I haven't gotten too many of the new perks besides that one you mentioned. You know what I'm saying? But it's just cool to see them. It's just cool. I'm seeing people, talk about, bro, you have a kinetic weapon and it has that functionality. So now it's almost like you have an extra burn, on all 3 slots now. And that's dope, man. And it reminds, shout out to Teaser Teddy, who we had on last week. He reminds him of the old, Warlock had a fusion called Susanoo that kind of had that thing based on your subclass that you use and you ran. And yeah, man, it's really cool that they're adding these type of perks and meta changes. Again, when we know this is the $10 expansion, we know this is quote unquote the light season. So to me, going heavy this direction is really welcome. I still want vendor refreshes. We ain't gonna go away from that. But this is the step in the right direction.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's like on the Steel Feather, I think one of the second ones I got, it's this elemental capacitor. And depending on the subclass you're running, if you run solar, it's reload speed. Arc, it's handling. And void is stability. And I was like, that's just a cool way to kind of mix it up. And depending on how you're playing, the gun's going to feel different. Just the fact that they're making new perks, I was like, we've been waiting on just that. Just to be like, hey, there's new roles on these things. Thank you. So good.
Yes. Shout out to the Bright Dust conversion for upgrade modules. Have you been using those? Yeah. If you go to test conversion. If you go to test, she has a new item in her inventory, if you were not aware.
Oh, I know what you're talking. Yeah, there's
for guys like me who run through upgrade modules like there's no tomorrow. They've got something for you.
You shouldn't be using any right now, by the way. You shouldn't use any yet. Are you 960?
Yes, I am 960 now. Now I'm 960.
Okay.
I just got there.
But I was like, you shouldn't until you're there.
I know, but I couldn't help myself because I had all this Bright Dust. I'm like, "Ooh, what's this?" So I picked that up. A couple of emotes. I had that Dawnblade one. Got to finish. Yeah, Tess saw me.
Yeah, I could spend some silver right now. That's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Shout out to Slow Mo. You ready for Destiny experience on the Xbox Mini ATX style? Yes, I am, baby. Yes, I am. Looks like a little PC. We doing that 60 frames, man. I'm buying it, Forte. I'm doing it. Looks, I got the Bright Dust. I'm throwing money at the screen. I don't want to farm. Now, Loki, all right, let's get into ethics just real quick, Eve. Do you think that is a little bit of a violation of the little...
Of
it's
what?
Bright Dust.
What are we
it's not
talking
silver. About? That little material. It's called... What is it called, y'all? Y'all know what it's called.
I was looking for a chance to get an upgrade module to drop.
Yes. All right, I'm looking at it right now. It's called
They're not
concentrated...
that hard to buy. I don't.
Concentrated matter gem consumable.
Yeah, I'm looking for it too. Where the hell is that?
So it
There
operates
is.
the same way.
Bosses have a chance to drop an upgrade module
Yes.
when defeated. Effect lasts until an upgrade module is found. Only one concentrated matter gem can be active at one time. I never
So it
run
acts
out
the
of
same
those
way
things.
like a matter gem.
I don't run out of those things. So
Yeah, but that's you. You're rich.
no, I'm hoarder. There's a big difference.
Yes.
I don't
You're
spend the
rich
stuff. That's the big difference. I mean, no, I don't like. They're flirting like the upgrade, but honestly, like infusion is one of those things that still, even Lono, he had a videos like infusion shouldn't even be in here. It's like there's so many pieces to the armor thing, and armor 2.0 is its own mess of stuff if we ever get into it again. But I don't know. There's like if you have planetary material, I would be surprised you would want to spend it on that. Actually, bright dust is so hard to come by.
Yeah, it is.
I would rather go far. If I was like broke, I would much rather go farm like a couple weekly bounties and go buy one of those upgrade modules at Gunsmith, as opposed to like spending my bright dust. This is just like they're trying to give all the places for people like you who've hoarded too much, who are like, hey, I need to upgrade like crazy because I gotta get some more of that crack. Like, y'all are nuts. Like, it's not that.
Because
It's not worth that, and then things are going to be starting to drop higher anyway. So
you know what my problem is? The problem is, shout out to El Boogie, because she says I use upgrade modules all the time. I'm 920 and I like some of the rolls. That's why sometimes I'm getting these rolls and I'm like, yo, this goes perfect with what I'm trying to do, and I don't want to get rid of this, but I want to kind of use that right now and play with this build. Sometimes,
yeah, but what are you playing in that you need to upgrade? Unless
What am
you're
I
going to go
playing in?
run a Legend Nightfall, a raid, a dungeon, most of the content is not high enough. You need to upgrade. Just because your number
right.
goes up in like the sundial, it's like 820 or 860. All the patrols. There's so many places in the game you don't need to upgrade. Just
You're
be
absolutely
patient
right.
and wait.
No,
Yes.
no, because I want to have fun. Like, why do
no,
I
but
have
that's
to
the
put
point
on
is like,
bummy
hey, you get a
clothes?
weapon
I
at,
gotta
like-
put on bummy clothes just so my light goes up. I want to play with what I want to play with now. I don't want to wait. That's
But those four,
that's where it comes.
especially at your level, I know she's 920. That's a little
Yes.
farther. But at your level, those 10 power levels, there's no reason you should have infused. Zero, because that makes no
wanna
effect on
play
your
my
gameplay.
I want to play with my outfit. Damn it.
You can play with your outfit.
But then I gotta take off what I gotta take off and put on this other thing because to go up in light and I won't
Okay,
play with
your
it.
your drops aren't affected by what you're wearing. Nothing in the game, unless you're going into hard difficulty stuff, is going to matter on what you're wearing. And especially from 950 to 960, which I know you're at, you had zero reason to infuse anything you've got this season so far. None.
Listen,
Have you
you're
done a
damn
master
right.
anything?
You're damn right, Gamp Forte. I'm impulse buying. You're damn right. I'm impulse buying.
But you're also
It's in
impulse
there for
infusing
guys
and
like
you're
me.
running out of stuff for no reason. Play smarter.
Bungie got something for me. And I like that I'm using. Shout out to the concentrated. What is it called? Shout out to the concentrated matter gem consumable. That is the consumable for me. This is what I want. I want to stay rocking what I want to rock, how I want to rock it, and just upgrade it all day. Look at the disgust in his face. I love it. The pure disgust. His hoarder he can't stand that I'm doing this. I love it.
Okay, I'm a hoarder. 100%, I will admit, right here,
Yes.
I am a hoarder. I have a problem.
Holding on to rolls for like 3 years, y'all.
Yeah, well, you never know what's going to be in the meta. Look at linear fusions now. Look at linear fusions coming back. Next season's going to be like the sidearm meta in Crucible and all those rolls I've got sitting out there. No, I am a hoarder, 100%. My vault is busted and it's broken. I get that. But unless you're running 980 stuff right now, you had zero need to infuse anything.
I want to. I like the number. The number looks hot.
But it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. So when you run out of stuff, I have absolutely zero empathy for you, sir. Zero. Think it through. Hold on, pause, and be like, hey, do I need to infuse this right now? Keep the other thing that you're about to infuse on your character, or even in your damn vault for the time being. You'll still get the drops you need.
I'm loving the rolls, man. Loving the builds.
Enjoy
I'm
'em.
having so much fun.
And that's the
with
thing. I
2.0.
enjoy all these rolls, but every single one of them is about 957. I'm like, they're all, nothing really matters if it's 957 or 960. That doesn't hurt my feelings.
You don't never get attached when you get an armor piece and it's like, yo, it got 20 intellect off the rip.
Yeah.
You don't get excited? Like, I get excited. When I see something like right now, because I'm running Top Tree, Dawnblade, I'm actually getting excited on strength now. I would pay strength no mind, right? Then I'm getting like, yo, 15 off strength off the rip. Then, like, now with the Warlocks, each subclass has their own ability that's tied to their class ability. So for Warlocks, recovery ties to the Rift, right? So now it's like, you got that going on. Then you got now common mods where it's like ammo now is common,
Special
heavy,
ammo,
special, whatever. Bro, it's like I want to play with these builds and I'm having fun. So when I get these cool, it's like, shout out to Slow Mo. See, as a division player, he understands. Like when you get something that synergizes perfectly with your playstyle, you don't want to start rocking nothing else. So I'm like, I want to keep this on.
arguing any of this.
Okay.
That's literally, I'd never once have said don't use the stuff you want to use. But you went into the season 950. Anything you're getting is at least 950. So for the time being, at least wait till you get something 960. Don't infuse the 952, 4, 6, 8, and waste 5 modules.
I'm that guy. I'm that guy.
Yes,
I'm that guy.
That
I'm,
is,
I'm like every five level. That's me. I ain't go for it. You got me.
And
That's
literally,
me.
wait till you get to 960. Lock that thing. Be like, hey, when I get that 960 armor, you're going to be my baby. I'm going to save you. But you can still use that thing up to 952. Get your other drop stacked up when you get that 960. Throw it in there. That makes perfect sense. Use the stuff you want to use. But the whole point is you can still use it because nothing in this game really requires that high of a level disparity. And it damn sure doesn't require 2 on one piece of armor that probably doesn't even change your number at all. I'm done. I'm out. That's it.
I'm weak.
That's fair. I admitted I have a problem.
Hashtag build life.
I was like, I admit I have a problem. You just need to admit it too.
No, I admit it. I firmly admit it. Shout out to Slow Mo. Hashtag. I'm a build life guy. I'm a minutia guy. And all of this plays to my sensibility. You're right. I'm being absolutely ridiculous. But I don't care. I'm having fun. And they got to do a consumable for me. So let me spend my money. Let me be broke, damn it, and enjoy myself.
All right, about a year from now when you're like, I have no more bright dust. You'll be like, how's those damn upgrade modules treating you?
Fair enough.
Anyway, yes, there is a consumable out there for those who do not want to be patient. That's fine.
Don't shame us.
But just like little tweaks that they did kind of everywhere. Repeatable gunsmith bounties, those are there. So a little more options on those. Knock him out in a day, which is really cool. The mods are good. And then the charge with light, I haven't been able to experiment with it that much. But in theory, it's kind of cool. Have you got a chance to like dig into it, look at it, see some of the mods that they're capable of?
Yeah, I looked at a lot of the functionality. A lot of it sounds cool. Cost-wise, some things are a little weird. Some things like 4 or 5, and I'm just like, all right. And then, for me, it's one of those things where like I like to use finishers a lot. One of my builds is finishers to get special ammo. And I saw one of them that's like another one that takes like 1/10 off to get you into the charge of light status. Yep. So I haven't really activated it yet, to be honest. I'm still fooling around. And shout out to Bungie for this though. Because when you get the day 1 season pass and then you get the new armor that has the Season of Dawn perk. Yep. What I like is when I'm playing Crucible or you're playing Vanguard, Gambit, or what have you now, those basic armors are also dropping with that slot.
Yeah.
So you have more options in that. Because low key, the rolls that are dropping in the battle pass, yeah.
Well, your first set usually isn't that good if you go.
Yeah.
Because I went through and I cleared out like my armor for my characters like last day of the season just to clean everything up. And then on my hunter, like the first one you get is the package, the rolls were trash. The free ones were not that great. I feel like the second, like the set of season pass armor that you got, the second set was actually reasonable rolls. They were like mid 50s. But the first like set was garbage, so yeah, I think
garbage.
That might be
straight trash. So yeah, I mean, I just haven't got a chance to really mess with it too tough. I like what it's trying to do, and it seems like you can make some powerful builds with this whole charge with light thing. I just got to see it in place. Have you messed with it at all?
So I messed with small tangent, by the way, coming up.
Let's get it.
So I worked on upgrading the Mars and the Tangled Shore obelisks.
Yes.
I got one of the mods, and it is a solar affinity mod. I don't have a solar piece of armor from the new season yet.
Ouch.
So I literally bought a mod and I can't use it. That's a problem, and I'm getting a little annoyed about that.
No, let's go. Go for it. It's your time. It's your chance.
Like, really, the affinity stuff is just starting to get in the way of a lot of things. That was just a prime example of like, hey, I got a new mod. I'm like, where's this damn... And somebody's like, is it like solar or void? And I go back and I'm like, I can't hit my head against the table on a podcast, so just imagine I did that.
Boom.
But I've seen many people say it over and over, and like, not me. We're talking like larger content creators than me with much bigger audiences to like pull from, and it's just like you have try to get, and then exotics is worse, but you have try and get the roll, or try and get the exotics is like the worst example because you like first I want to try and get the exotic. Those are random enough in the first place. You get one chance at Xur, it's a random roll, so that's 1x. 2x is going to be get a stat roll that at least leans the way you want it to, or it's not mobility and strength only. Maybe you actually get some intellect in there, maybe a little bit of resilience and recovery just so you can survive. Then the RNG on top of that is like 2x to 2.5x is a good stat roll, not a trash roll. So you're at like 2 to 3x of like multiplicative RNG. And then you're just going to add one more factor on top of that, whether it's arc, solar, or void. And I'm just like, there's too many. And I know we probably talked about it last week. This is going to be my like Destin Legaria streak. It has been 1,578 days until Armor 2.0 has been fixed or something. But
Get it.
there's just too many. And like the new general mods, they're great. Like Special Ammo Finder, I was like, sweet, just throw it on there. I don't even have to think about what I'm using. That's cool. Just why can't they all be that way?
So the frustration now is again of elemental affinity,
and then
with
also
Armor 2.0.
the price of, as you're saying too, the price of these mods to use, the price of the finisher being 7. Like the heavy ammo finisher is still too much. I'm never gonna spend 7 on something to drop half of my super to not be able to do anything else. Like that's way too many costs all at the same time. Like,
let me ask you a question: have you masterworked any armor? Have you used any prisms? Have you used any of that?
I've not used a shard.
All right, hold on, Mr. Hoarder. Okay, let me ask you this: what's the highest armor level charged armor level you have?
I think
what's the highest you go?
8.
Oh, you do go up to 8. So 8 is doable.
8 was a prism, and that was honestly an accident.
I
didn't mean to take it up there.
Here we go.
So here's the thing.
Normally,
you're in a 7 this is the way my rolls have been going. No, like I'll get so here's an Iron Will Greaves that I got like 6 mobility, 18 resilience. I was like, cool, little survivability, 6 recovery, 6 discipline, like 2 intellect and like 17 strength. And I'm like, can you please flip those? Like, so I can't get like a roll that I want to put the money into. I put like the one I did, I was like, okay, this one's pretty good. But I just like my rolls have been trash, man. I got I actually got one legendary that is 61.
Ooh.
This is probably one of the first ones I'm going to take. It also depends on the affinity, and because you never know which one you're going to want to use. This one has 2 mobility, 2 strength, so already not bad. Yeah. 19 resilience, 10 recovery, 21 discipline, and 7 intellect.
Oh, that's off rip with no mod in it?
No mod. Legendary.
That's crazy.
But it's also last season. I got that on like the last day.
So you can't even use
the new charge with light mods.
Yeah.
That's another issue now when we come into all this damn armor stuff is like, if it's this hard to get it, and now I can't get the damn new perk in there. So I'm looking at a 61 and I'm like, I can use it can be, maybe this is for my like nightmare hunt grinding. I don't know, but I was like, dude, are you kidding me? So
I'm with you on, like we said last time, I'm with you on armor affinity and they just need to be able to change it. If they let you change it, I think you're fine. Yeah. If they let you give you a material that allows you to change affinities, like almost like, what is it, glass needles and all that stuff from back in the day.
Especially on exotics, man. That should be for sure.
Definitely on exotics. Like that is just that's just torture.
Like, enhancement core cost or some like shard roll.
Yeah.
Just like
ain't nobody going to Xur trying to get that one piece of thing when you have RNG that could pick any exotic at any infinity. Like, come on, nobody's doing that. But they need to do that. But I will say this where I might disagree with you though. I think I like that certain armors, like last season's had the nightmare stuff. This season, there's a specific set that has the dawn stuff. I like that I have opulent armor that specifically is for Leviathan stuff. It makes me put on that. We didn't we kind of complain that legendaries
Different
need to
sets
have
for different reasons.
That's what I like. So I'm not gonna lie. I do like that. Yo, I gotta throw this on. If I really want this bonus, I should throw these clothes on. I kind of like that, man. Now
That's
with
fine,
the
but I
RNG
also like my new exotic, my Severance Enclosure, the new one for this season.
Yes, sir.
A
Yes, sir.
total stat roll. Guess it. Total stats, not just anything, just total.
61.
50.
Oh dang.
Yeah, that's the right reaction.
Trash.
That's just horse.
Trash.
Gotta keep it clean, but that's horse, dude.
Whoop. Damn. Man, you ain't, RNGs ain't like you.
No, that's why I'm like, it's hard to spend like the currency when I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, even if it was like an exotic I'm gonna use a lot, if the rolls suck and it's the wrong affinity, there's two reasons I may not spend currency, and it's just there's a lot of reasons right now. So.
Yeah, we got to get you to use your currency for affinity changes. We need to complain about that. Then you'll use that currency that you're sitting on. All those shards and prisms.
Glass needle for like a stat roll on an exotic. That'd be nice if you got an exotic. Say you get an exotic and it is the right stat roll that you want, but the stats on it suck.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to re-roll. Just like, let me flip a coin and see what happens. Maybe
Re-roll
it goes down to 50 like the one I got. Maybe it jumps up to 64 and it's doable. So just some way to re-roll.
You just take it back to D1 Gunsmith re-roll. Remember? Yeah, we used to do that all the time. Re-roll that bad boy. And that'll solve their problem since they don't like us hoarding materials, right? That'll solve their problem in a way
make
too.
Us spend some stuff.
Yeah, make us spend some stuff. We'll gladly go to the gunsmith and start gambling. You know what I'm saying? Let's do it.
Yeah, gambling's a problem in this game.
Yeah.
We fell off a complete and total tangent there. I'm not entirely sure where we were going, but yeah. So where were we? Long before this crazy armor 2.0 crazy changes.
2.0. We was there.
Well, I mean, we talked about perks.
Yes,
they're cool. I like the fact that new ones are in there. We got redone weapons. The new weapons are cool. The new linear fusion heavy is so fast. Have you used that thing? It's like
I've seen people use it.
It's
mad
quick,
fast.
man. It is so fast.
Yes, sir.
So your reckoning armor straight god tier 64.
Yeah,
plus
64 plus on every piece. I'm hearing them reckoning armors is really good.
Beast apparently need to go spend some time in. That's depressing. Go spend some time in there.
Time in there. I don't want to go in there. That's the time.
I was like, I hear they changed it so it's not as bad, but man, that has been a long time. I can only imagine the blueberries that would be running through there right now.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I will say this though. I might have to bend the knee to you on this, E.
Oh.
I've been playing a lot of Gambit Prime. I've been having fun.
What?
I got a couple
Excuse
builds.
me? Hold on, I gotta grab a Q-tip and clean my ears out. What?
Yo, Gambit regular gotta go. Gambit Prime is where it's at. I'm having too much fun. The builds it's just fun.
So why Prime over regular? This is not a topic I thought I was going to be talking about today.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into it, sir.
Let's get to it. So obviously, because the pinnacle situation, you know what I'm saying, the new, going up, so now I can do my powerfuls again. So I'm like, all right, it's been about a 2-month hiatus. Let's get back in the Gambit, get some stuff for it. So I'm just reining in gear, reining in drop. So that's the first thing. The drops, the Gambit weapons are amazing, most of them. You know what I'm saying? So the problem, I mean, not even a problem, but it's like the one-round nature and just the bosses and stuff. I don't know. I just happened, and I've been using Lord of Wolves a lot. And that thing is just melting through things. And I'm just having fun all the way around. I'm doing things I normally wouldn't do because of the new weapons and the new stuff that's happening, the scouts and linears. And it's just fun now. Like, I feel like I have so many different types of builds for every playstyle. I'm even invading. I never invade. So I'm like, yo, I'm wrecking right now. It's too much fun. So yeah, I've come full circle. You know what's funny? Tassie came full circle too. Me and him were the last two on the Gambit original train,
Yeah.
and he changed about a couple months ago.
Yeah.
But I've been playing nothing but Prime, and you know what it is? The match is ending faster. The match is ending fast. You know what I'm saying? If you get a good team and the draining modes, I can't front. It's something to be said. Send 2 big blockers over there and then invade. And you don't even got to do it. You can just sit there and chill and watch their modes just drain out.
They're like, oh, come on, try and kill these things. Oh, do we know? And it's just like ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Ding. It adds a level of intensity to that section. Not saying when someone invades, you're like, oh, God, here they come. But then on top of that, you're just like the stress of losing the moats. It is a cool aspect of. That's what I was like. I don't know. It was just something different. Yeah.
And you know what it is too. Now that's helping me is one of the big problems with Prime, which what I had was because there's so many yellow bars, and so many big beefy bosses that you would run out. You're like, damn, I ain't got no heavy in it, And then there's always that one dude on your team who's hoarding the heavy spot, like Ian Mountaintop Quest,
by the way,
and not invading. But all he as soon as he see 5 seconds on the power brick in Prime, he right there parked over there. So I'm like,
Charge
oh man,
has good uses, by the way. That's one of them.
Oh yeah.
Knock him out. Excuse me.
I wish as a more like I wish I could do it. So what I like now is I've got my heavy ammo finder joint. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm using like my shotgun ammo scavenger perk on the legs. So I'm not worrying about having to be concerned about that one hoarder on the brick. And now I can do damage and play carefree. And I think that was what my turnoff was. Because there's nothing more frustrating than Prime when there's an invader after you and you have nothing to combat him with. Just a primary. You know you're finished, right? Yeah. So at least if you have things, it makes it more fun, and that's why I think it changed for me. Either the new Armor 2.0 with the mods, with those builds, and then I call it the Dragon Ball Z build. I've been running with the Kamehameha, Lightning,
Chaos Reach.
Chaos Reach, melting, having a ball, man. Yeah, shout out to Prime. I'm full circle, man. I bend the knee. I am now full circle Prime lover now.
And then Forte's over here. He's like, I just love dropping Ward of Dawn on the bank. And I'm like, oh my God. That's just brutal.
My God.
Just like sit here and be like, sup?
Yeah, what's up?
Be here for a good 30 seconds.
Yes.
Don't mind me.
That's foul, Forte. That's foul.
That's rough, man. That is
evil.
Trolling bad. But as Ward of Dawn, if you're all defense, you're like, just step into my ring of fire. Come on. This is brutal, though. Yeah, it's pretty rough. But
brutal,
I got to get back in there, too. Just, powerfuls aren't going to be needed for long. But, it'll give you a reason to play for a minute or two.
And if you're going for that shotgun, might as well throw Lord of Wolves in there because the Catalyst is dropping like crazy right now.
Yeah.
Catalyst is dropping. All you got to do is that Pyramidium strike, and you're getting either the Black Talon Catalyst or the Lord of Wolves Catalyst. Yeah. It's part of the Osiris quest. Like,
what did I get? I got Lord of Wolves. I've seen Black Talon. Yeah, those are the two I've seen a lot of. So those are cool. Sure. Yeah, couple catalysts, surprise catalysts just show up. I love that they don't even tell us catalysts are there and people, but they drop like it's not like one person's like, oh, I saw one. It's like everybody got the same two. Some people got both on the same strike run. Like they weight them real heavy. Like when the season starts, and I swear by the end of it, like dropped in percentage until the new season gets. Because that's where this happened last season. New season. Here's this like influx of like catalysts. Like if they trickled them out, it almost would feel better. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel so. I mean, there's a part of me that really likes the secretive nature of how they did it. You know what I'm saying? But we just got to see more of it. If this is going to be the cadence, let's just do like let's add meta change, let's add perks, let's add catalysts to favorite returning things, and it just adds a lot of, to me, extra play and longevity to the meta, and I'm all about it. So that's why I'm having so much fun.
Just going into Crucible. I'm just literally thinking about Crucible, just going zing, zing, just Arbalest. It's all you hear.
Bro, it's crazy.
But it's so, I mean, it is weird for them to put a heavy weapon in Crucible because it's so hard to get heavy ammo. So, like, if you had to grind out however many kills it is, it's like 125, which actually isn't horrible. It's like 15 precision kills. I'm, like, almost done with that in, like, 3 games because that's all you're going to go for anyway. But it's like it's 125 kills. But if you had to wait on heavy ammo, oh my God, those heavy bricks would be just horrible. Bro, you'd be worse than I was with a grenade launcher mountaintop grind.
It's the stupidest thing I ever attempted. I was in there with my crooked fang trying to do it, and it's terrible. Don't do that. I will pull Arbalest out.
Arbalest got to come out, man.
Yeah, it's got to come out.
I just feel sorry for anybody who doesn't have that or missed it from something. Yeah. But like your grind.
Luckily, it's a random drop though. It's a random drop too.
Yeah. But yeah, if you don't have that for some reason, you're like, how am I supposed to? I feel sorry for the person who will go through the entire grind, working on heavy to get there, and then just finally pulling their teeth, like their hair out when they get done. I'm just like, oh, I'm so sorry.
I agree.
I'm trying to think of other stuff for Season of Dawn. There's been quite a bit. Much, like the story was cool. I don't want to spoil it, but go play it. That was cool, legit. And this is just part. I love how it's part one. I was like, the guarantees there's more, and it's so good already. So Sundial, we kind of touched that, but we didn't go too deep on it. Sundial and the obelisks and the linking and choosing your rewards, and then if you go up to like level 11, you can have double rewards. Like, how you feeling about all this stuff so far? What are you digging on?
First, a little confusing. I didn't know how the mechanics work when I first got to it, but I like it. I mean, like I said, there's a level of grinding for specifically what you want. I felt the weapon bounties were fairly fair. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't have me doing anything too crazy. Sometimes it was public events. Sometimes it was just precision shots. What I like,
what was the one? I had to go find 30 resources.
All right, that one I don't like.
I hate that.
Yeah, that one I don't like.
I even have a combo detector for every single planet, and it's still annoying.
Yeah, you know what's funny? The planet they have it on. I don't have
Mars and EDZ is what it was.
Yeah, I don't have it for that, and I'm just like,
So did you buy the lunar shell? It was an Eververse one. If you have the lunar shell from Season 8, you can pull that one for Glimmer and just like legendary shards over and over and over, and it always comes with a combo detector. And I just pulled them until I have one for every planet.
How much is the cost on the pull? You know,
it's like a few thousand Glimmer, like 7 legendary shards. Like it's cheap.
That's it. Oh, I'll do it. So lunar shell, okay.
Oh yeah, just your legendary, your purple shards. So it's cheap.
Shout out to Wishful Day. He said, "Hey, did you guys see the Clovis Bray ad? If you're referring to that Twitter ad that Bungie retweeted, that looked fire. Did you see it with the Polaris
Yes, I know what
lance?
you're talking about, and it was the weapon frame. Yeah, the Polaris lance. Yeah, that's the people who make the actual props that they use. So it's the company that's like made the full replicas. I don't know if they were the same company who did the Whisper, the full blown big giant freaking Whisper. But they're one of the ones who I think they make the props. So that's literally what they do. But yeah, that was sick. That was really, really cool.
Yeah. The commercial, the production value, like it felt like Clovis Bray tech talking. Like it was dope. I did like that.
It was very well done.
But yeah, back to the the obelisk. So far so good. Looks like, and then according to the season, we're gonna be getting some more of those. You know what I mean? So according to the roadmap and stuff like that. So I'm definitely excited. I like it. I mean, it's different, but I always like when you can. Like what Menagerie introduced was that having the level of control over your RNG. And having that level of control now to grind good weapons. So if I want to keep grinding that, repeater thing, right? The auto, the 720 auto for better rolls, I can do that. You know what I'm saying? That new grenade launcher with the wave thermite thing that I'm going crazy about, I can do that. Perks are a little high for that new charge light stuff. That is a little high for some of that stuff. I agree. I'm leveling up the resonant stuff, getting that rocking. But so far so good. As far as now the sundial itself, I forgot one of the activities. I was like, I didn't care for it too much. But then there's the other one where I think you had to bank. You gotta almost like everybody has little orbs, and you gotta bring it back and bank it and stuff like that.
And
that
then you
part
get the boss
cool.
to spawn again. And you do that.
Yeah.
So you go and kill the Minotaur. It drops. You come back, dunk it. Got to do all 3 boss spawns, rinse and repeat.
Boss spawns again. Shout out to My Name Is Bife. He was in one of my random sundial missions. Salute.
That's
Salute
cool. Just to bump into people like that. Yeah,
I've
seen one or two that I would call like Destiny celebrities in a match. I was like,
everybody stopped behind him, was emoting. It was hilarious.
I saw Tefty in one game before, and it was PvP. Nice. And oh my god, we got destroyed.
Yeah,
I don't know if he was running with a stack or not, but worked us.
I got to destroy it, but shout out to Bro Man. They was in there wrecking. He was doing his work. But yeah, so that right there, and I do like the bosses. I hope that the mechanics for each of the bosses is different. That'll be cool.
I like this one. This one was straight up Leviathan.
Yes.
Leviathan punchy mode.
Yes.
That's exactly what it was. It was punch the guy in the bubble, and I was like, oh, I know this.
Yep. Punch the guy. Then you had the little detain. You had to bust out the detain.
Exactly.
You had to do that joint.
Only problem is if I'm using what was I using? I was using Fighting Lion because it was like Void Singe in there. Because it was Void and grenades. No, but then I was like, and then I got detained. I was like, switch weapons, quick! Don't blow yourself up.
Yeah, don't blow yourself up.
I kept doing that though, because I was just running around, exploding all the enemies, and all of a sudden I'm detained. I'm like, switch. Because if you get clicking at the wrong moment, it's just poof, straight in your face.
Poof!
So,
straight in your face. So you got that, and I still like the champions in it. I think I'm a huge fan of when they added champions into stuff. They're like little mini bosses that you have to spec out for.
Yeah,
and
you gotta have that mechanics covered. And I like the barrier is pick where you want to put it. It's scouts. It's it's on your rifle. So that one I actually like. That one barrier went straight on my go figure.
Nice. And like I told you before, I've been loving Leviathan's Breath because of that. Because it has that
the unstoppable.
Oh man, it's huge. It hits like a truck. So yeah, that's where
Somebody
where
also
you at?
said the new symmetry in alternate fire mode is unstoppable as well. I forget where I saw that. Yeah, when you switch it, like the fire mode and you shoot the little projectiles, those apparently will trigger the unstoppable.
Nice. That adds a little functionality to it. That I didn't know. Nice.
Yeah, I saw one little video. I was like, oh, nice. Kind of a surprise there. I haven't toyed around with that one that much, honestly. I need to, but that one looks pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, overall, so far, I mean, it's 3-sided, so it's not as deep as Menagerie, where you've got like 6 things. You might even have a completely different run, like 2 or 3 times in a row. Depends on how successful people are. But with the space they have to work with, I think they did a good job. Because you have the past. I like the sunbeam coming down on the dude's head. Just kind of fun.
Yeah,
Throw the ball, beam of fire, melt his shield. Feels good. Well, I was using, I think it was just Grenader Day, and I was just chucking magnetic grenades, picking it up, throwing them. Chuck another magnetic grenade over here, throwing them. I was just going to town on doing that. And you can tell the people that like have paid attention and played a couple times how fast the run can go. And then when you get blueberries, like, hey, I logged in for my first time of Season of Dawn. What am I doing in here? And, it's rough.
It's tough.
Those are very different experiences.
Very much so.
Then if you go the one you said, where you're banking on the front side from the Minotaurs, and then you get the boss that comes out, that one's cool. It's just the one, and I think I've only seen it once or twice. They struggled at trying to get the like stand on the plate. You have to defend it, but people just suck at that, and no one will stay on it. Everybody's like, "Oh," I'm like, "No." And like I'm dying trying to put a towering shield up. I'm like, I need more walls. I need to just build a wall bubble around me. Like Word of Dawn, honestly, there would be. That'd be crucial. So, like those are the 3. But also like when you're like, hey, which way am I going for the boss? And you're like, we're going to the future this time, and I'm guessing the next ones are going to be the other directions. So. Yeah, it's so far not bad. I like that we've got different bosses. There's some variety, at least, versus Vex Offensive, which is just the same thing over and over.
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely, so far, it's already, in my opinion, better than Vex Offensive. But I need the mechanics of the other bosses to be different.
Yes, I do too.
You can't just put another little Scion Flare
if I go punch
with a different
bubbles,
name.
Yeah, then I'm gonna be mad. No,
then I'm gonna be pissed because I'm gonna be like, yeah, don't Undying Mind me. Like, let's give new mechanics for the bosses. You do that, I'm good.
Yeah, well, I think the first one he's Void, and then I saw like Arc, and then what looks to be maybe Solar by like colors of their clothing. So if we get 3 different ones that way, that might be cool. Yeah, if it's not bubble shields and punch the little floaty boys in the face. If it's not that, even if it's minor, but if it's if it's something else, maybe there's a dog over in the corner you have to kill before he howls, and they just keep killing the It's like a mini raid that they throw
mini Leviathan, no doubt.
That'd be cool. But overall, like I'm cool with it, and I think like everything we've just sat here and talked about, so much more worth than $10. Or even less if you got the deluxe. Like, this is more than I think we expected. I think this is a fair trade for $10 quite easily. As you said, the one mission alone.
That one mission alone blows away anything in season of the was it Undying? Was the one season
I mean,
Undying.
Undying was paired with Shadowkeep. If you bought Shadowkeep, you got it with it. So that was never going to be huge. That was the time.
But let's be honest.
And
people were worried because they knew that season content that portion would be mimicked later, and they wanted to know if they were getting similar value, for the future season. And one thing that Season of Dawn is proving is no. We're way beefier than that. Like this is not that kind of situation. So yeah, I agree. It's cool to see. Let's just see how they go. But like I said, honeymoon stage right now. Dying to see how this thing plays out.
Woo! So yeah, we got quite a bit of stuff to do, and it may not be the longest season ever, but there's holiday breaks in there. We have one more TWAB, and then we're gonna have vacation and travel, and I'm gonna be out. I don't even know. I think we might be able to do a podcast next week if it's stuff to cover. We do have the new stuff launching next week, so we probably will before we go.
We got the Dawn.
Yeah, and then Iron Banner will be the week of Christmas, and then New Year's, so there's going to be some time off in there, and things got a couple exotic quests that we haven't even seen yet this season.
Yes.
Those are next, the start of the new year in January. We've got the Empyrean Foundation whole thing that's going on in there.
That I'm dying to know what that is. It's
Is that like the catalyst to the next season? Is that the thing that starts like the trigger of something when we have that new boss who's in like that busted time realm? Are we like, is that where we're finally duking out to figure out where time's going to end up?
Yeah, we got to see. I mean, have you been paying attention to the tea leaves with a certain pinnacle PvP activity?
I saw that screenshot. Where did that come from?
Where did that come from?
I don't know. Was somebody just like moving their mouse over and they caught something on their screen, or I don't know where that came from. I haven't looked at the clip. I just saw it running and I was like,
bro, Trials is coming. It's just a matter of when now. Like they literally have the Trials card with the.
It is 7-3. It's not 9-3. I did see that. It was 7, not 9.
Trials is coming at some point. Now, it may not be this season.
Yeah.
But it may, like you said, lead into, you know what I'm saying, something for next season where it does come. And I'm curious to see how they do it storyline-wise, and I'm curious to see which way. And then elimination is now a permanent part of Crucible playlist now.
Yep.
No longer, it's out of labs.
And then elimination would just like do the thing it used to and just flip to Trials over the weekend and then flip back on Tuesday.
The tea leaves are there. That's all I'm saying, man. I just need it, man. I just need that bad. I need cool gear. Hopefully it's Trials of Osiris. You know what I'm saying? He's here, so that'll be dope. But yeah, it looks cool. It was really cool to see that unearthed to give me confidence that it exists.
I was like, this is new. It said beta and everything. I was like, oh my god, that's something. Dramatic was asking about a new dungeon. So I don't think, I think he was asking probably about Empyrean Foundation. I don't picture Empyrean Foundation to be like a Mercury dungeon. But I was going to ask you, do you think there's going to be a hidden like Whisper or Outbreak type thing this season? As we don't have a raid, we don't have that type of stuff. Right. Do you feel it's got a place for it? Because there's some gaps on the calendar.
Yeah, there's some gaps. I mean, shout out to the damn sirens. Y'all gonna have to deal with it today.
They're
running loose out here.
They're just people are working.
They're coming down.
They just thank you for your service, all of you.
All right, so now the service guys are good. All right, my gut says no for a weapon, only because we got Devil's Run on the 7th of January. Then we got Bastion on the 28th. That means that's a short distance between the 28th of January and the February 4th, right?
Oh yeah, it's a week.
It's like 1 week or whatever. So it feels story-y.
Yeah, I think the Empyrean Foundation is story. I was wondering, not like secret, non-calendar dungeon like an Outbreak that just like
that just popped up. Right.
Yeah, like last 3 weeks of the season or something like that. I
don't know, man. I think there is.
People
been a while.
love those things. So
I gotta pull an old school E. Like resources,
too
man.
much, too many.
Too much. Yeah, like we just got like Pit of Heresy. Like it ain't even, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even grown up to a teenager yet. Like it's still in the infancy, baby. We still coddling it. Yeah, it's still a baby. You know what I'm saying?
Your boy hasn't even soloed it yet, so.
You haven't soloed. I haven't even really jumped in there outside of
You
one
haven't
time.
done it yet?
Dude, I haven't done it. I just jumped in there with Scream to do some things to get.
Oh yeah, you got that weird, crazy.
Yeah.
I remember.
Speaking of things, did you find out what's going on with Wishbringer right now?
Oh yeah, I saw it on Paul Tassi.
Yeah, you got to help me get mine. I mean, I already have it. I just got to go to the location and pick it up.
You don't have the Wish Under bow?
Remember, I didn't pick it up. After we did it together, I never claimed it. I never went to that spot, whatever it is I got to do to just actually claim it. Because remember, you still have to go get it
in Shattered Throne again. That's where you have to go get the bow.
Oh, okay. So we just beat the ogre. You got to beat the whole thing again just to get it?
3/4 of the dungeon. Yeah, you get it. You start it there. You do the crazy mission with all the, 3 bosses. Then you beat the 3 secret bosses. And then the last secret boss is in the ogre room. So when you finish the ogre, you get it when you're done.
Never mind. They'll patch it by the time I do that. I would have played new stuff.
Yeah, apparently Wish Under right now hits like 4 or 5 times as hard as it's supposed to. And people are saying is it PvP broken too?
I don't know what's going on in PvP, but PvE is hitting like 4 to 5 times the damage. And
yeah.
Shout out to Taz, he's getting killed right now. They're killing him on Reddit for snitching.
He's like, I choose to nerf this weapon, Nerf Lord.
Nerf Lord. But I will agree with him that the sense that I hope they keep. Remember, we always complained about dungeon weapons and pinnacle weapons. They need to have a level of power. So maybe they change it to heavy or something. Do something where it hits hard, man.
Yeah, somebody's saying like leave it where it is and make it a special.
Yeah, make it a special.
Like
man.
a special bow that hits that hard would be cool because like a little more ammo. So like not quite sniper ammo where you're capped at like 18. Maybe it sits in the 30 realm. But it's like, yeah, let it hit harder because that thing is a pain in the butt to get. It's not just like your standard special.
And they got the numbers. Nobody's using Wishender, y'all.
Nobody's using Wishender. I was like, I would love if this was a secret like buff, but I don't think it is because he was also saying sometimes it's broken and only hits once. It doesn't even get the double through and through.
Yeah, shout out to Wishful Thing. He said, did you notice Imperium Foundation match name last season Eververse matches last season's Eververse ornaments? I did. I'm very curious about
Cartographer? It. Yeah, I remember that.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know, man. I still feel story beat. I feel like story beat. We'll find out maybe something. Obviously, we know we're bringing back Saint-14 officially probably on the 17th. You know, we got to see what's going to happen with Fate. You know, I feel story beat. So that's where I'm at. I would love it to be a dungeon. I would love it to be a secret mission weapon, whispery kind of thing. But my gut says, this is the like season for that kind of stuff. And this probably seems, the vibe I'm getting is very, let's move the lore along. Let's, figure out what's going to happen and what else do we affect by doing these new things, with the timelines and stuff.
So, for those of you guys that are curious, a little random thing here, but the word Empyrean, and shout out to Prescott, I think he said something like this last time. Empyrean itself is an adjective related to heaven or the sky. So then you go to, there's a little Wikipedia on the same thing I looked up. It said, in ancient cosmologies, the Empyrean heaven, or simply the Empyrean, was the place in the highest heaven which was supposed to be occupied by the element of fire. The word derives from the medieval Latin empress, an adaptation of the ancient Greek imperios, meaning in or on the fire.
But it's synonymous with Season of Dawn.
Yeah, I was like, you're in the right place for it. So I just thought that was kind of cool because, I don't know, it's like, I mean, Empyrean Foundation, you're almost like the birth of time or like the birth, like you're going like crazy stuff there. So it's like, implication-wise, I think it's story-related with you. Yeah. I'm in the same place because it's like kind of a calendar story beat. It's for everybody, which is weird though, because it's everybody on Mercury, unless this is like, some people are wondering when we get done with the sundial, are we going to like do something and like fix Mercury? Put it back to like a good time or maybe the past where it's all play. Like, is that the way we're going to go back and send Mercury through its paces and shock it back where it's supposed to be?
Yeah, he said the season feels like it's a setup for something huge in the spring or summer. Like this is the calm before the true storm. Just the thought. It feels so. It feels like, this is definitely setting up some other major event, and it looks like they look to be consistent with that. So, I can't wait, man. That date is marked. I am very curious about that whole thing right
Well, and
there.
they even said that, like, the transition, or they didn't say that word. They didn't say transition, but, like, going from Season of the Undying to the Season of Dawn is not, like, how we want it to go,
Right.
but it's, like, the beginning. So
Right.
while that transition may not have been as cool, we may be leading into a better building world. So cross our fingers, man. I'm hoping.
They just gotta nail it, man. If they, like I said, if they do these things with cool story beats and just transition it properly, we won't have any issues with this level of content and how it's being presented.
Indeed. What else for Season of Dawn? I feel like we have an entire season and we managed to talk about this thing in like an hour and 15 minutes. Now, sirens again? Yeah, that's fine. Punch like to gut punch us.
Gut punch. I'm trying to think. I mean, what else? I mean, it's still the season itself. It's still the activity. Have you been touching Pinnacles crazy? Like, where are you at with that?
Well, I got to get 960 first.
Yes.
So I was working on leveling and questing, and I ground out Buzzard and working on Sundial Crucible stuff. So I haven't gotten to Pinnacle level yet. So I'm not.
Okay.
I wasn't 960. So that grind takes a little while. It's not the longest, but it does take a little while. I'm almost 960 on my Titan. I need like 2 drops. So I kind of wanted to ask.
Yeah, what's up?
It's Friday. It came out on Tuesday. I'm almost done with my powerful drops.
There we go. What
do you think?
Yes.
Like, do you
That's why I
care?
said
Is there
honeymoon
enough other
phase.
stuff to? Is there enough other stuff to do now that you focus on Pinnacles? Like, it's like from like 750 to 900, do everything, and then 900
so
and
then-
950 or now 960. You still got a good amount of stuff to do. Now Pinnacles.
Yep.
A little tight spread of things that you can do. It's about to be like, if you want to level, you don't have that many options anymore.
I agree. And that's why I said honeymoon phase. Because once I'm back to that point again, that's where I started to get frustrated with Season of the Undying. And I was just like, damn, like, I'm not going to be in Gambit anymore unless I'm really going hard for that ritual weapon or whatever.
Come on, but Gambit Prime is so great now.
It is great, but I don't know if I'm going to be in there that long.
Apparently, that's where you get
saying?
Reckoning armor, because that stuff's a monster. So,
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the key is going to be once we get there, like you're just getting there now, it's only going to take us, that long.
it's like it's a week per character.
Week per character. Then it's like, now what? You know what I'm saying? And is the artifact enough, right? Is the content enough? I can't tell until that comes. You know what I'm saying? Until that comes. And it's going to be for me now. You know what I'm saying? So from next week on, I'm going to see how my habits change. Do I peel back? Do I fall back? Is there other stuff? But then I'm not going to lie. The obelisk stuff is kind of intriguing me when that revels up, when, what happens then. And, storyline wise, again, the part 1 was phenomenal. We got a part 2. We're going to want to do these things. So, the key will be, do we not care about the power grind enough because we're distracted by the other things? That's going to be the key. Because maybe Bungie is shifting us in this direction and trying to change our mindset so that only the big expansions have that power grind that the older,
like another 150 or 200 big jump, and these are just like ting ting ting, and then bam.
ting, and then bam. That maybe they're conditioning us to that's how it's going to be, and we got to see. We have to see. But Season of Dawn is critical for this. I feel like Season of Dawn has to execute this right. Otherwise, people are going to be like, I want the old way. This is not it. You know what I'm saying? The chirps will be there. So
it is nice. You've got different grinds. It's not as much like, hey, I got to get my power level. Well, I'm working on this stuff for the obelisk. I'm running Crucible matches, trying to get some of this fractalized stuff to drop. And I'm getting my artifact level up, and like the natural grinding of other things like reputations you're trying to do in another game. It's kind of like a reputation almost from like World of Warcraft. Like, I need to go do things for this thing over and over. Well, you're not getting higher level stuff, but like, excuse me. You're not getting higher level things, but what you do unlocks something you want. And it's a different grind, which is something they may actually kind of help balance that out. Yeah, having these like NPC type things of, and this like these are what people have been asking for out of like the planetary vendors. Like if Devrim K had one of these things, like, hey, if I'm going there, shooting enemies on the planet, and I'm playing, and I can turn in my currency, and I can level him up, and I can unlock some Devrim K mods, and he's got some specific, like, hey, he sits up in his little watchtower and snipes everybody up there, and I can get sniper mods or something, and, like, that's the type of stuff, like, say each planetary thing would be, like, its own kind of faction level, you level them up, like, this is a start of us seeing them having the capability of doing it. Now they just have to implement it. But yeah, like the obelisks are a different grind, but I think one that actually has a lot of potential.
Right. And I think if they go that route and then it becomes to logging in each day, or, you know, we're leveling up these other entities or these other factions for other roles and specific rewards, then that becomes a fun grind. And then we don't necessarily care about the light level as much, because now it's like, yo, I got to grind for these things that are going to make me more powerful in conjunction with this season. And I think that's their end game. I'm starting to figure it out. I think their end game is to break our mentality that the power grind is what it's always supposed to be. That's supposed to be the end all. Look at my number. My number's bigger than your number. Yeah. I think that's over with. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know what I'm saying? So now it's like, yo, but your number is hot, but do you got these? Do you have this? Do you have this weapon? You know what I'm saying? And then
like,
the cool
I'm like level 20 with Asher Mir. He and I are like legit.
Like this, you know what I'm saying?
We boys, and he's got this like awesome thing at 20. You got to get it because this mod is on fire. And people are like, level 20, holy crap, I got to get going.
Exactly.
But I got to get going. While you grind up all those crazy factions, which I don't think they should reset, but I mean, they can add stuff as you go higher.
Right.
What are you adding? Experience over and over to that artifact.
Over and over
slowly
again. And you're still getting the beef up that you ultimately would have gotten the old fashioned way.
They're just getting into an MMO.
Yeah, they're transforming it. And here's the thing. If they execute it, this is where they win. With the problem with Destiny,
this is where they win Game of the Year. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, this is where they win over for the casual. The problem with the casual is he misses 2 expansions. He's too far behind. He's too far behind. No. Not every season they're going to be a new light season where it's just, you know, boom, boom. So now with the artifact, okay, boom, and then you come back next season, 960 or whatever it is. If it's only going up that small increment, that's not too bad. That's not too bad for a new person to quote unquote have to catch up, so to speak. Like, because you're doing the a la carte thing, if you get where I'm going.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they can jump in. They could be like, yo, I don't have to do Season of Dawn. I'll jump in Season of the Dawn now, and I can be right there. It's not like they're up 200 light levels ahead of me. All my hardcore friends, it's discouraging. It's discouraging. So they're on the right track. I'm learning what they're trying to do. I think it is cool, you know, if we do it this way, but they've got to execute content, and they've got to execute the grind for these other things that we're leveling up, like the obelisks and whatever Empyrean is going to be, what have. If they make those rewards really cool, then I think we can kind of get in line with this system.
Yeah, and by the way, shout out to the end of the season pass. That perk at 92.
What is it?
Sundial weapons can drop with an alternate final perk.
Ooh.
So your new weapons now have 2 picks at the end. If I'm reading that right, you want to tell me how important that's going to be when you get later on and be like, oh, I got my season. Well, now I can grind out these things. I can have like alternates on the end.
And shout out to the perks that's given exotic catalyst progression on some of those things. All I think about is the Ariana's joint. Remember how like slow the percentages was all at?
Yeah.
Like if they got something to boost that. I like stuff like that.
It will be in there again. It's there in a couple places. Yeah.
Good.
But yeah, if I got my steel feather repeater with like elemental capacitor and multi-kill clip, I can just choose, like, or mix it up. Like, if that's what we're gonna have at the end of the season for a grind, that gives you a different reason to go back and be like, well, chunk these ones out there. Let me get these with like alternate, and you get that chance at that even better roll. So when you get to the end of the season, more if you haven't got it yet, now get your butt in there because now you can do it twice.
Got one beef though with the season.
There's
not that.
It's not.
But
Perfect.
with the season pass thing, the way they explained it was that at the end of the season, if you were behind, right, you could pay to catch up. Have you tested that strategy, sir?
What was it? How much per level? Like 100 silver per level?
So, yeah,
like
it's
$1 a level?
It's $1 a level.
Yeah.
So let's just say, bruh, it's 100. So let's just say you didn't play, and now you come at the way they made it seem, it'll be like a $10 price or a $5 price or whatever the price was, and then you'd get all the stuff. So like I was shooting out, what was it? Shout out to Addict. He had missed a couple of weeks for whatever reason.
Yeah.
So he's like, yo, I gotta get that armor, that, you know, the Titan wings and the, you know what I'm saying, the Vexy-like armor. He's like, yo, I missed out. I gotta get the whatever. And we were looking at the joint, and it was like $1 per level. Bungie, come on. That's a little crazy. I needed to talk about that.
I think I can't remember where I even saw that because like I was 100 before it mattered, and then I saw somewhere else, and I was like, seriously? I was very perplexed at the price. Let's just say that because it was a bit steep.
Yes. Shout out to
I mean, you
Black
could have
Wing.
like, hey, $10 for the whole damn thing if you want to finish it out, and then prorate it for the levels that you haven't got there, and like make it reasonable for so somebody's like, hey, I got like 50. Somebody spent like $1.50 to finish up their season pass, but they're not going to spend like what would that $15? $15 just to get 15 levels. It's like no, because then I think, and that's the point of like where I don't know who's, I guess, balancing the silver cost of things, because I think the silver economy still is very, very skewed.
It's very out.
Bright Dust is, I mean, yeah, I'd like to earn more, but the price of things for silver. And maybe there are whales that always settle these statistics off, and that's why everybody's always pissed off. But if things were cheaper, I would buy more of them because I think I'd get more out of my value. I would spend $30 for more things. Then I'm like, oh, I want to get this, like, if I get one set and it's like $10 for one, I'm only probably going to do this like one time. Like, that's my mentality. And I'm probably not everybody, but if I could get like 6 pieces or like 7 ornaments for like, you know, $25, like get more for my money, I would spend more. I know that sounds stupid, but I probably would.
No, it's real. Shout out to Seafree. He said, yeah, it's steep. They probably got a metric ton of people dropping over $50 to finish stuff out. And then shout out to Blackwings. He's mentioning SRL again. He said 3 weeks of SRL with dawning, racing, and getting unique sparrows and gears would really have helped with the slow point in the season. But what you're going to do? I agree. I think these type of seasons where you know you're not going to have, you know, dungeons and raids, I think you need to have stuff like SRL, you know what I'm saying, and Faction Rally. And, you know what I'm saying, that's when you kind of bring that stuff in to kind of ease the pain of not the bigger, you know, pinnacle activity. So I'm in agreement.
Well, speaking of dawning, we do have that coming up. Everybody ready to be all icicle covered? You can get your horn, golden crested, great looking.
Yeah.
Armor's crazy, isn't it? Holy crap.
Armor's crazy. Yeah, armor's crazy. I liked last year's a little better, but this is a little weird. We were on the weird side.
Yeah, they are ridiculous. Also, if you did not get an avalanche last season or not a great roll, you can go for it this season. I get crap on armor. I haven't infused that much stuff, but my feeding frenzy, I may have got 2 of them last season, or my avalanche, and I got like the god roll.
Ooh, what you got? Feeding
I'm
frenzy,
looking for it. Feeding Frenzy and Rampage on it, I'm pretty sure. Feeding Frenzy, Rampage, Ricochet rounds, and like a medium scope.
Now, question, is that an ornament that I see for the Black Talon looking frosty? Like, is that,
Yes.
is that what that
that's
is?
what it looks like. Yeah, I saw that one.
Ooh, I might have to get that. There you go. You said that Titan armor makes you look like a gilded gingerbread cookie. Yo,
That's crazy.
You out of control.
I was like, it's detailed as hell, but
yeah, it's detailed.
Hunter's probably the most low key actually. Titan is like a mountain goat.
Yeah,
that's what I picture. Is like when you said gilded, I was like yes, and then you said gingerbread cookie, I was like no. It's like a gilded mountain goat with like the curled horn, or a ram with those like curled
the
horns.
curled joints. Yes.
And then yours is like almost like a antelope or whatever. What kind of has those little
like the big
like a
deer
gazelle
antelope
type, yeah.
gazelle kind of thing. I like the helmet. I don't know how I feel about this sachet thing going on at the bottom. I don't know how I feel about
dress
that.
Type thing.
Yeah, it's like, come on, if you're gonna go with the dress, do it all the way.
Like, you guys are always wearing dresses. Every so often, you got to put on a skirt, okay?
Bro, this look. Oh no,
They just need to turn the skirt sideways so you're not showing off the goods. But I mean, they're covered and it's fine.
Yeah, yes, but I do like the arms. I love the
shout out to Polar Bear on Twitter. They made a sparrow for her, dude.
Yeah,
she was actually on DCP last night. I want to listen to that episode.
Salute.
She's really cool. I met her at DCP. She's nice. But yeah, the Polar Bear sparrow. This is like ridiculously awesome, dude. Some of the sparrows they've done. They've got the toaster sparrow out there. Did you see the Lord of Wolves sparrow last season?
Yes,
That
fire.
looked good.
Fire. I did see that.
Yeah. And then the snow globe ghost.
What I would hope for is for people like me with the Cross and Save accounts who made the tough decisions, right? I hope that they bring back the opportunity with Ingrams to get some of the older Dawning armor. Because I missed out on some, and I love the Dawning sets. Like, those are some of my favorite, man. So if I could get some of them helmets in them, they need like a what is it called? Like a classic remembrance Ingram or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I would love that, man. Because I'm a fan of the Dawning, man. Because the snowball's going to come back. All that fun stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Do you like the finisher, the ice skating, slice your head off?
Yeah, yes.
That one's pretty
I like
cool.
that. I like
Just
that,
a
Jay.
little spin. Be like, are you going to cut? Damn it.
There we go. And we didn't even talk about that SMG, though.
I know. The cold front, basically, it's an Antiope, but it looks like an Antiope in Dawning color schemes.
Yo, shout out to Blackwood. Can hunters get a good-looking helmet like the Titans of the Warlocks? Come on, man. I want to look like a badass ram or a snowy wizard. Hunters don't have that a freaking hood all the time. Look, you want to be ninjas, man. You got to have a hood.
You got the cloak. You normally have the coolest looking class item.
Yes.
Calm down. No, I don't think anybody has ever been able to compare to the Hunter Scion cloaks ever.
Oh. Yo, those got to come back this season. We've agreed, right? Flares.
I mean, we're already killing one of the flares, and we haven't seen him yet, so I doubt it.
They got to have that back. That's one of the GOAT cloaks for the Hunter.
Yeah, so we'll be baking cookies again, it seems like. So cookies delivered and confections made. So we'll be working on the SMG and the Avalanche from last year. It's another solar machine gun. It's a cool one. Yeah, my feeding Fritzy Rampage roll has just been locked into my vault forever.
Nice.
We're trying to see if there's anything else on the TWAB. So yeah, next week we've got the Nessus and EDZ Obelisks. We've got Ozlek the Sky Piercer, so he's a new one. And then the Save a Legend. I don't know if this is part 2 of more or just like part 2 of 2.
I think part 2 of 2. That's the vibe I'm getting. I think now we bring him back, and
I don't think he's staying though.
I don't think so either.
Yeah, I don't think he's staying around. I think we're going to interact with him a different time, which is cool. But I don't think he can stay. Like, he's been dead too long. I think that'd be kind of weird.
It's gonna be interesting how they resolve. But I'm in agreement with you. I don't think he's gonna be a permanent fixture.
I mean, if he went to the tower, he'd just kick Zavala right off the tower. Just like,
right, because it makes a power struggle. You know what I'm saying? This is the greatest Titan that he was the Vanguard commander. Like, so at the end of the day, I can't see it. And the issue with the tower right now is not Titan abundance. We have enough.
We need a hunter.
Titans.
Yeah.
We need a hunter. We need a hunter in there. So, the question is, how is it resolved? Does he go back in the Infinite Forest? Does he... Then I had a little theory, well, maybe he stays in Mercury with Osiris, and he runs his own trials.
I mean, it was described as like, your fight that you do now is the reason we are where we are.
Right.
There's that discussion that said, and it's like, I don't know, maybe he has to come to peace or accept that or something, but it's like, we are where we are because of what he did.
Right.
So it may be almost just like experiencing his journey with him, and then in the end, it's just like coming to peace with the fact that we need certain events to take place for us to be where we are.
Right.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm throwing crap out there, but we'll see.
No. You're saying some stuff that has some weight. I mean, one thing about his personality, without spoiling too much, is his personality is one of ultimate sacrifice. I feel that to me is who he is. He's going to put, himself. He put others ahead of himself. You know what I'm saying? That's the vibe I get from him. So, the question though, again, once it's resolved, he may make a self decision. You know what I'm saying? And we got to see. He may not be like, this is, this whatever my fate was my fate. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Kind of this. So we got to see. And my question to you is this: we all know Trials at some point is coming back, right? Yep. Side note: my question to you is, how do you think story-wise they bring Trials back? Lore-wise, like what do you think would be the new reason to do this? Before it was, the first Trials of Osiris was, okay, Osiris, this mystical figure we don't know at that time, indeed one we never seen, is preparing us for something greater. It's greater than Crucible. It's bigger than anything Shax is doing. It's the true test, right? Then we had Crazy Sock Chick, Emissary of the Nine. She comes in, the Nine's giving you gifts or prove yourself, judgment, whatever, in favor
Obviously
of the Nine.
A big fan there. Wow.
Clearly I'm biased here,
so
which one I
slander in
dislike.
that. Just like
mad
quick brush over.
slander.
Be like Crazy Sock Lady. Okay. Like
crazy voodoo faces,
so
when
much,
you go and
so much.
Win it and
brutal.
go see her big face.
The Trials of Saint-14.
That's what I would see. Black Wings know what type of time I'm going. So my question,
I was like, you're the one who has the idea, so just throw it out there. Because
my thing is like, what if, as much as I want Osiris, what if they use the character? He's the greatest Titan, right?
Yep.
What if it's like Trial of the Saint or something like where he trains us, for whatever, the next
shout out to
big
the title this season, Savior. I was close.
Savior, yeah, Savior.
Yeah,
That's
I was
another thing.
close.
That's the title. I'm very curious, lore-wise, what would the training and fight be for, and who runs it?
I mean, if it's Trials of Osiris, I think he's got to be there.
Right.
I think by name, that's what everybody wants, as he's in the season, if he sticks around. If he sticks around, for one, that is weird if he sticks around, because the sundial's going to go away.
Right.
Seasonal
And
activity,
let's be
that
real.
probably won't stay.
Old don't look like the type of dude that'd be sticking around.
Huh?
Oh, can I get something out the way? I forgot about this.
Sure. Say it with your chest.
Osiris is the most disrespectful guardian. Let me tell you why. This man has returned. He has his biggest fanboy chilling. Have y'all gone to Mercury? Have y'all gone to the lighthouse? Brother Vance does not know Osiris is here. He did not get the memo. There is no new dialogue. There is no... Poor fanboy Vance. His idol is literally down there. Didn't have the decency to let him know that he has returned. And poor Vance sitting there, a clown, a mere no notification. Please, whatever you guys do, go to the lighthouse and talk to Vance. This man has no idea that
They did not update his dialogue, apparently.
He has no update. I'm like, come on, man. I felt bad for Vance. I'm like, damn, that's foul. They got to do something for Vance, man. Come on.
I'm wondering if Osiris stays around, if he has any interaction with Trials coming next season, if he's gonna not be temporary. The sundial's gonna go away. Are they gonna fix
permanent
Mercury?
NPC valve?
Well, permanent Mercury change or fix, and then he is gonna be the one hanging out on Mercury, still access to the Infinite Forest, so he can still check timelines, do what he does with the Vex. But he's chilling out there, maybe either with Vance or something like that, or both. Vance is there, and he's your Trials vendor. Maybe something, because
maybe he does just appear on the
seasonal
weekend.
event goes. If we're on the same track, both of his places, the sundial just deuces, because they're not going to leave the sundial, get rid of the activity, but go interact with them in the sundial. That's just
I agree.
Chilling.
I agree. Yeah, it's interesting, man. I'm very curious. And then obviously we have the Saint-14 as an option.
I don't think
He is
he'll
an
stay.
option. You don't think he's staying? You could be right. I think I'm leaning your direction.
I was like, I think we get to go on a journey with him and experience the character, which is cool because people have always wondered, hey, I'd love to go back and see the Battle of Six Fronts or whatever. Like, I'd love to go see those. This is a tease of a way for us to go experience stories.
I agree. I think that's what it is.
That's my guess. I could be completely full of it. Never know.
No,
but yeah, we have the Dawning. We have the Nessus Obelisk, or Nessus and Edie's Obelisk. We have the new boss. We have Save a Legend. All of that starts on Tuesday.
Yeah.
After that, we've got Iron Banner and another boss. And then that's literally it until we get to the holidays. I know I'm going to be doing some traveling during the holidays. I know you might as well. If we're both sitting at home, we'll do a podcast. We'll tell you guys that probably. Next week sounds like we're going to have enough to cover. And then I think I'll still be in town. I don't think I'm going to drive down that soon. But then after that, we might be off for Christmas week, I think. So I probably won't be available for that one.
Hold on 1 second. Got to get Black Wings on this one. He's hitting heartstrings. He said maybe that's the payoff. At the end of the season, Osiris talks to Brother Vance and tells him to start the trials again. Yo, that would be for me. That would be the perfect story beat for me. Then you vindicate Vance. You have him, and you have what you call Vance in the tower all the time. I mean, in Mercury all the time. Osiris may come as just for the weekend, right? And then he goes does his infinite forest thing during the week. And you know what I'm saying? Because remember, let's be real. Story. As much as I love Osiris, the character, when you look at it, it says the exiled warlock. He's not a dude that's just going to be standing around and be talking to you.
Yeah. He's not going to be in the tower. So.
Right. So it makes sense. It makes sense. And then I go with your theory. I think Saint-14 is a temporary thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily think he's going to be a permanent NPC from now on in Destiny all day, every day. So we shall see.
Anything else you want to cover this week? I know we're getting closer towards 2 hours. I mean, we got the Dawning coming. We're going to be baking cookies. But that big thing is that thing lasts a month, guys. Don't rush it. There's going to be a cool cosmetic sparrow and a ship and things that you can earn. But you have a month. A whole damn month. Don't break your face over trying to do it in the first few days. Of course, content creators, we're going to try and figure out all the optimizations and strategies and such, but generally, Season of Dawn, nothing too crazy for me on that one.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's what I got to.
Yeah, somehow a season comes out. We did 3 hours last week. Season wasn't even here. And then this week, hour and 47 minutes, whole new season to talk about. We blow through it. So if you guys do want to see, if you have questions or anything, because I know next week we're going to have a couple other things to talk about. But if you have questions or anything, feel free to comment on the videos on either place that you see this on YouTube, both the Iron Lords podcast channel, my YouTube channel, either of our Twitter accounts. Comment somewhere if you guys want to get in our Discord. I can get you guys in my Discord. It's kind of where we have our last word chats in there as well. So if you have any interest in those, we'd love to do some, Q&A with you guys if you're like, and we kind of do some of them live with you guys anyways. We read chat, but just generally like stuff between the weeks. If you think of something, let us know. But I think that's about all I got too. I mean, I know we're kind of jumping in. We're 3 days into the season. There's not this big like raid hanging over our head or a dungeon that's coming. It is somewhat smaller stuff. So so far, I will definitely say though, happily worth what I paid for.
Happily worth the value so far. You know what I'm saying? Again, if they keep with, like I said, the level that we got with part 1 of the Saint-14 stuff, the obelisk stuff, it's cool. You continue that. The bosses in Sundial, as long as they have some changing mechanics, this would be way, worth the $10. We still have the mysterious Empyrean foundation that we're all curious about. We got some exotic quests. You know what I mean? Look, price of admission is more than worth it. So I'm in pocket. They just gotta, stay the course. Oh, hold on, Ancient of Frost. Oh, my man, Josh Reddick. What's going on, brother? He says he's not Brother Vance. He's not gonna stand in the room doing nothing for years. Listen, Osiris disrespectful. He didn't even talk to Vance. He didn't even let Vance know he was back. How disrespectful is that? So we got to see what happens to Vance. Hopefully Vance deserves a better phrase. And shout out to Frost. He says Empyrean is the name of an exotic helm. He got a great article on lordsofgaming.net, y'all. Please check him out. But that's all I got, man. But we shall see. But so far, so good based on the value and the content. And I can't wait to see how the story beats progress.
Well, that's pretty much, we can wrap it up. Are you guys going to be talking about the new ITX Microsoft thing on Sunday? The Microsoft ITX PC?
That's the tower, the form factor.
An ITX is like the smallest motherboard size micro ATX.
Yeah.
Literally looks like a micro ATX.
Straight up. Shout out to the baby server you're gonna have in the house.
Baby computer. That's all it is.
Yes, that's where we going, man. Yeah, we're definitely gonna be talking about that. We may have a special guest. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna definitely talk about that. We're gonna talk about Hellblade 2. We're gonna talk about the awards, everything that went down. Lot of topics. So we may have a special guest. We shall see. We're working out the particulars with that. But of course, Iron Lord Podcast, 11 a.m. Sunday on the Iron Lord Podcast YouTube channel, and also lordsofgaming.net, y'all. You see Ancient of Frost in here. He is our editor-in-chief at Lognet. Please support these guys. They've been doing tremendous all during the Game Awards. They're breaking the stories. They're breaking Ghost of Tsushima looking amazing, cherry blossoms and everything, all the cool games, all the hottest news. Get your behind over to lordsofgame.net. Share those articles, retweet those articles if you see something that you like, because we really appreciate the Xbox refrigerator, Xbox Series X for Destiny 3. Yeah, man.
A lot of dams.
Yeah, man. So check us out, man. Of course, and then King of the Statues, that'll be up around 12 with King David always showcasing new things. And of course, every Friday, the last word, Lord Cognito Ebontis, breaking down that Campfire Destiny talk the way you want it. So that's all I got, man.
Well, for me, I'm going to be playing, working, streaming, just all my usual stuff. I finished up, as I said, the Saint Mission Part 1, which was cool.
Woo! Fire.
It was cool. I really enjoyed that one. That was fun.
Really
so,
enjoyed it. Yeah.
More playing and grind to do. Be working on some of the ritual weapons, of course. Spending some time in Gambit. Got some things to shoot with the shotgun, of course.
Gambit Prime! Woo!
It's the only thing, and somebody said it earlier in chat, if you are working on ritual weapons, regular just has more things to shoot.
That is true.
That's about the only thing.
That is true. That's about the only
thing. You got 2 rounds. But other than that, definitely Prime will be fun. I need to just test out Reckoning to see what these armor drops are like, apparently.
Yeah, Forte got me hype on that. I'm going to check that out myself.
Yep. So that's about all I got. You guys can find me on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, everywhere. Follow, like, subscribe. Working on that 50K number. You guys are awesome. Thank you for the support. We all growing out here, so keep being awesome. It is pretty much where we're going to wrap it up. So for December 13th, this has been episode number 84 with the co-host of greatness over there, Mr. Lord Cognito, and myself, Ebontis. And to wrap this thing up, it has been
The last word.